Today we're going to be talking about what happens once you graduate AIT and OSUT. Without further ado, let's get to it. What is up, guys? Ben Allen back again with another video, and like I just said, we're going to be talking about what happens after you graduate OSUT or AIT. Whichever one you go to depends on the MOS you pick. Combat MOSs typically have OSUT, which stands for One Station Unit Training, meaning that you have your MOS training at the same place where you did your basic training, and you have AIT, which is for like usually non-combat MOSs where your training is somewhere else other than your basic training. And yeah, guys, so before we get into the main topic, a little bit about me. I did 4 years in the active duty Army. I was a 68 Whiskey combat medic. I got out as a sergeant. I just recently got out in September, did the whole civilian thing for about 2 months, and then I just recently joined the Army Reserves. Kept my rank, kept my MOS, so now I have that reserve knowledge and that active duty knowledge for you guys, so feel free to ask me any questions you may have in the comment section below, and I will try to make a video on it, or, you know, answer it in the comment section, alright? Like this video if you're excited for what's to come, if you're excited for joining the military, going to AIT, OSUT, graduating, all that fun stuff, and who knows, maybe you'll make a friend down there in the comment section that's going to the same place as you, right? Turn on the bell notification. It'll update you immediately whenever I drop new videos, so you definitely want to turn that on. And yeah, guys, be sure to share this video if you get anything out of it. Excuse the beard, excuse the hair. Times are tough in this quarantine situation, right? There's no barbers or anything like that, and we're not actually going to our reserve unit right now. Everything's virtual, so we can grow it out. So that's why I got the beard, that's why I got the hair looking crazy as shit. And jumping straight into the topic, guys. So what happens once you graduate AIT or OSUT? And so it's kind of like the basic training video I did, you know, last week, talking about what happens after basic training. You go to AIT, you go to OSUT, all that fun stuff, right? So this is getting you ready for the big Army, right? So once you finish AIT or OSUT, you're getting ready to take the next step into going to your first unit. And this is usually for you active duty guys, because all you reserve and National Guard soldiers, you'll be getting ready to go home, right? Because you finished AIT, you finished basic, you finished all that stuff. So now you're gonna go home and do the whole, you know, 2 days out of the month, you know, battle assemblies with your reserve and National Guard units, right? But if you're going active duty, so once you finish and graduate, you're gonna be able to take some leave days. If you want, I highly recommend not doing this, mostly because you're gonna have very, very few days, and you don't wanna waste the days you have just going home for like 3 or 4 or 5 days, maybe, to go say what's up to your family, just because when you get to your actual unit, they're gonna have certain dates available to take leave, and I would rather you save those up and take a bigger chunk of those days so you can actually enjoy your time home and not having to stress about, you know, going back to the Army and all that stuff, right? At least that's what I did. There were some people that took leave immediately after AIT and OSUT, and then they went to their duty stations, but I went straight to my duty station. And how that's going to work is, once you graduate, you're pretty much going to have all your bags on a field or just under your CTA area. Wherever you guys form up, you usually have your bags, right? Some people left the same day of graduation. They got on their flights, you know, they went to their duty stations, all of that stuff. Some people had like a delayed flight, or some people were just shipping out the next day. And pretty much what happens is, at least the way it did for me, at Fort Sam Houston, where my AIT was, is we pretty much got our flights like in advance, like a couple of weeks before we actually graduated, set everything up, got the tickets, and they print off your orders in AIT and OSUT telling you where you're going to be stationed at. Like, for example, mine said Fort Bliss. I had a report date of April 16th because my graduation was April 15th, right? And so you get your orders, you get your flight, you can either Uber to the airport. You know, my parents took me to the airport when I was flying out to my duty station because, again, same day as graduation, so they were there and they took me over there. And so you get on your flight, guys, and you're getting ready to go to your actual duty station. And pretty much what's going to happen once you actually board your flight, you get off, you land in whatever state or base your duty station is going to be at. most airports will have like a welcome center type of thing, or a USO, and you can tell them like, hey, I'm here with this unit. Like my airport in El Paso had a whole like 1st Armored Division welcome area. I went there and I told them, hey, I'm Private so-and-so, I'm supposed to be going to Fort Bliss. And so they called the staff duty desk or the welcome center up there, and they sent a van to come pick us up, because there was a few of us. And you're not going to be alone on these flights. There's usually going to be like 1, 2, or 3 people that are going to the same place as you, which is great. Try and make friends. It'll definitely make the trip a little less nerve-wracking. And they sent the welcome center van to come pick us up. They took us to the welcome center, and we pretty much in-processed. And what they're going to do is they're going to ask for your forms, your paperwork, whatever you may have, your orders, and they'll be able to tell you what unit you're in, and they'll call your unit and be like, hey, we got your new soldiers here, yada yada yada, come pick them up. And they'll send the staff duty, which are pretty much the guys that are up 24/7 to take care of things like that, and they'll come get you, take you to your unit, put you in like temporary housing barracks, and you'll stay there until like you get a permanent barracks room, or you or they'll tell you like, okay, are you married? Yes, no. If you say yes, then you'll start looking for places, apartments to live and things like that, and they'll give you temporary housing while you're looking for an apartment or things like that. But if you're just single and you live in the barracks, they're gonna put you in the barracks, you know what I mean? And that's the whole first part of going to your first duty station after AIT and OSUT. You get settled, you in process, and that whole first week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, is going to be like a whole new reception, pretty much, or you can call it in processing. That's what they call it. And if your unit is good and your leadership is good, you'll have a sponsor there with you. Your sponsor will be somebody that is from your unit, somebody typically in your platoon. My sponsor was in my platoon, and they pretty much guide you through the whole in-processing, orientation to the base, and all that fun stuff. Sometimes people don't get sponsors, guys. Like, I know a couple of soldiers that did not have any sponsors, they just did not show up. So it sucks if that happens, but if you don't get a sponsor, it's fine. They're still going to talk you through everything. You'll typically meet your new leadership and things like that in the first couple of days of getting to your first unit. I wouldn't be too nervous, guys. Like, everything's going to be temporary in the beginning. Like, your barracks is going to be temporary. They're not going to put you automatically in the one you're going to be staying in, because they got to figure out the rooming situation and all of that fun stuff, right? And that's pretty much, in a nutshell, what happens after AIT and OSUT. This is the same all across the board, guys. If you graduate OSUT, you graduate AIT, and you're active duty, you're going to be going on a flight to your actual duty station. If you guys want a video talking about what going to your actual duty station is like, what to expect, what to do, what not to do, comment duty station down below in the comment sections, and I'll try and make that happen for you guys. I have an older video talking about it, but I feel like there's a lot of new people subscribed to the channel from when I put that out, and so it would not hurt to put out like a revamped edition of that video. Let me know what you guys think, right? And yeah, again, if you're active duty, going straight to your actual duty station, or you can take a couple of leave days if you'd like. I recommend against it, just because, you know, save those days, guys. Trust me, save those days. They come in handy, all right? You don't want to waste like 2 or 3 here, 4 there. Like, just take lump sum, because I promise you, once you get to active duty and you're there for a while, you're going to want to go home, take a break, and just relax. So make sure you save those days up. If you're Reserve or National Guard, after you graduate AIT and OSUT, you're going to be going home. You're going to be saying hi to your family. You're going to be going back to your normal job, whatever it is you had before you went to basic and AIT or OSUT, and you're just going to pick up where life left off. And after that, you know, you just show up once one weekend out of the month, you know, 2 weeks out of the year for your annual training and your battle assemblies, and it's pretty cake, guys, honestly. And yeah, I really hope you guys appreciated this video. That's what happens. If I missed anything, comment down below in the comment section. I'm always open to feedback. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions whatsoever and you guys want to talk to me, you want to like send me voice messages, videos, questions, whatever, do so on Instagram. I answer every single DM I get on there, like literally every single one. I get a bunch of requests from new soldiers all the time asking, oh, what can I do if this happens, what to expect when this happens, yada yada yada, and I answer them all, guys, all the time. My Instagram is at Ben_Allen175, same as my TikTok, guys. I post 15-second, 45-second short clips of tips, tricks, and hacks to help navigate through your first duty station and the Army in general. So feel free to check that out, and I'll drop it down right here. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Later.